Good morning. The beginning of many great transformations, they begin in misfortune. And the beginning of the end to so many great successes also begin in misfortune. Which of those two outcomes you have experienced is entirely up to you. The people we admire the most are the ones who have overcome hardship and difficulty, severe setback, and through resilience and courage succeeded anyway, moving forward, getting the opportunity to study, learn, interview, and get to know many extraordinary people. The ones I admire the most are the ones who, despite suffering great misfortune, have risen to go on to do miraculous things in the world. Brian Chesky, the CEO and co founder of Airbnb, a successful billionaire, he was only a success because of what he did after misfortune struck to him. Airbnb started back in 2008 when it began. No one believed, no one understood how the business model worked. No one thought that strangers would want to rent their homes out to other strangers and strangers would want to live in somebody else's house. Brian recalled a conversation that he had with someone that he looked up to. He said, I remember telling him about the idea, and he said something I will never forget. He said, Brian, I hope that's not the only thing you are working on, and to put it dead in the coffin now. New York City made Airbnb type rentals illegal at the same time. That is when everybody then boldly turned to face Brian, telling him that his idea was bad. It would not work and pleaded for him to quit. Well, you already know the rest of the story. Airbnb is now worth over 100 billion US dollars. A personal net worth of for him is tens of billions, and he's one of the Times 100 most influential people, noted as a major player in starting the entire sharing economy. Francis Bacon remarks the good things which belong to prosperity are to be wished, but the good things that belong to adversity are to be admired. In fact, in each case, it seems it was one's misfortune that opened up one's capacity for greatness. Bill Gates watched his first company crumble. Milton Hershey started and failed with several candy companies before he founded Hershey Chocolate. And as you know, Steve Jobs was fired and booted out of his own company. Richard Branson suffered through failures of multiple projects and unsuccessful companies before creating the Virgin Empire. Dhirubhai Ambani, the tycoon Indian industrialist, went through adversaries and challenges before becoming one of the leading industries in India and globally, and whose fruits his sons are enjoying till today. Understand that it is not the misfortune that gives birth to greatness, only the opportunity. It was not their fall that made them great. It was their choosing to rise from their fall that made them great. Of all human virtues that we can learn, and the most useful and the most essential to survive and to learn to thrive as a human being is the ability to transform misfortune into an enjoyable challenge. In our lives, the chances that only good things will happen are slim to zero. The likelihood that all of our desires will always be fulfilled is unlikely. The probability that you will be faced with events and circumstances that will be barriers to your goals is 100%. You will be faced with disappointments, failures, severe illness, financial reversal, loss of relationships, and eventual death. Thus, this is why learning how to manage your misfortune is so critical. And learning to rise from misfortune is where your opportunity for greatness always lies. The most important factor in transforming misfortune into a magical power of fortune is to realize that destiny is in your hands. Your destiny is not predetermined. Your destiny is not decided by fate. Your destiny as a decision. Your destiny is your choice. And if you know someone that is currently suffering a misfortune or you want to help prevent their suffering, please share today's School of Noble Thoughts Daily far and wide to all those you would like to be a hero to.